Claire Wood. I'm running for the 4th Osage Nation Congress. First off, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. In December, I just graduated with my Master's in Business Administration from Oklahoma State University. Before that, I got my bachelor's degree from Oklahoma State in secondary education, and my associate's degree, they're doing pistols firing now. And I got my associate's degree from Northern Oklahoma College in English. I currently work for the Gaming Commission. I'm a background investigator. I do backgrounds on the vendors working inside the casinos. When I was hired, I was originally hired to write policy and procedure with my English background, so I've had experience in writing policy and procedure, and I worked for the compliance department, so I have experience in working with compliance and going into the casinos and making sure they're following the mix and ticks and all the federal and state regulations. In 2008, I worked for Congress as the legislative assistant. I assisted in revising and researching and editing various bills, drafts, resolutions, directly under the legal counsel. And I really enjoyed that. And ever since then, I've really been interested in running for Congress myself. However, I didn't think I was fully prepared until I recently graduated with my MBA. And I feel like now I have the knowledge with financial statements and accounting and management, administration, all of that background, that I do feel I'm ready to serve my people. And I too was not brought up on the reservation. I lived not that far away from it, but I just wasn't lucky enough to be raised in the Osage culture. So while going to school, I was given the wonderful opportunity of getting the help with the scholarship. And I kind of wanted to pay back. So I wanted to come home and work for the tribe and learn about my culture and learn about my heritage and just, bring it back. It would be so great if we could get more Osage people, assist them with their education and bring them back home. Give them a job, let them bring it back home. A more educated nation is just going to equal a stronger nation. So, one of the things I'm really interested in seeing happen is more money being allocated to the Office of Fiscal Performance and Review. Right now, there are, I believe, 3 auditors, not counting Kelly Corbin, and they only have time to do an audit every other year. Well, as we've seen with the misappropriations of various departments, I just don't think that's enough. I think we need audits done yearly for every department. Not only would that make people be more accountable for what they're doing, but it might save us a lot of money, a lot of waste. I think it would be great to expand that to 8 auditors and have them just working year-round on every department. I also would like to see the health benefits card be increased by $500 for every member. We have right now $30 million reserved in direct funds for direct services, and it would cost about $3.5 million for the actively using tribal members to increase that by $500. Along with the gaming that we're stretching out, I'm going to kind of touch on number 3. Yes, we have spent a lot of money in the gaming, expanding renovations, adding hotels, and developing that way. But I think we need to look at other ways, such as cattle. We have quite a bit of land. We could raise cattle, sell them. That's an easy way to make some money. We need to maybe look into grow ops. It would be really nice if we could continue building up the Osage Nation and, maybe live without any outside assistance. And it would just bring more revenue in. As for the recent trial and removal of Chief Red Eagle, like everyone said, I think anyone and everyone, no matter who you are, should be held accountable for your actions. However, I do have a bit of empathy for the chief in the fact that I think there was a lot of attacking done that was unnecessary. I believe that the respect was not there, and they just kept, digging a deeper hole for him, dragging him in the mud, and I really think that that was not necessary. I think everybody got the picture that wrongdoings had been done, and they just kind of took it above and beyond, but that is what it is. The LLC, I agree with a lot of the people that said I don't think it should be dissolved. We do need a company that is doing business ventures or investments. I mean, the Chickasaw Nation is $1 billion nation. There's no reason we couldn't be. You know, I think it'd be good for us to kind of look into what Chickasaw's doing and you know, kind of take note on that, and maybe some good ideas we can form, and the LLC can take note on that. I think one thing that could maybe assure them their losses to be noted, I guess, would be quarterly reports. I know the Gaming Commission has to do quarterly reports, and maybe if we were doing those quarterly reports for the past 5 years, we would have noticed how much money was being lost to the different entities that they were putting money into, and we could have stopped it a little bit sooner so it wouldn't have been such a huge financial loss. And if going forward, if we keep the LLC, now there's all new board members, I think that quarterly reports, you know, we can be ahead of ourselves if after half of a year, you know, we're just seeing more money go down, you know, nip it in the bud. Tell them they can't continue on that path, let's try something else. I do think that it needs to be continued to be looked into, because it is our money, and if there were criminal effects happening, we need to know that, and we need to take action on that and hold those people accountable also. Another thing, talking about the money that we've spent on remodels and in our master plan that we're doing right now, this is a lot of money spent. However, what it's going to do is it's going to create more offices, so therefore we're going to not have to have so many offices rented. If you added up all the money of offices rented throughout the nation, you would be flabbergasted, I promise. So if we can fit more of our people on our hill, in where the executive has been, it's going to save us money in the long run. It's less money we're paying out monthly, and it'll pay itself off a lot quicker than we think. So as for you guys here in Texas, and Jim, thank you so much for having us. This has been great. I just want to be open for any contact, any questions, concerns at all, anytime. I would really actually like to get each one of your email addresses before I go, and make sure you guys have mine, and if anything you want to talk about. If I am elected, that's exactly what I want to do. I want to be in contact with as many constituents as possible, because we're here to represent you. And with that being said, I really would appreciate your vote for Clairwood for Congress.
Thank you.